Hello and welcome back. In today's video we are going to discuss about ghosts and their types. This is going to be spooky and chilling, so brace yourselves. Let's begin. Number 1. Doppelganger. A type of ghost from Northern Europe. Doppelgangers supposedly mirror the appearance of a person. People who encounter their doppelgangers tend to suffer from very bad luck, usually ending in death. While commonly associated with German folklore, doppelgangers actually feature in cultures worldwide. Irish folklore, for example, has a similar type of ghost called a fetch instead. Not all doppelgangers bring bad luck. Ancient Egyptians, for example, believed everyone had a spirit double, a ka which carried on a person's memories and emotions to the afterlife. Number 2. Dybbuk. A type of ghost from Jewish folklore. It typically involves the soul of a dead person which remains in the world over past regrets. Dybbuks try to possess the living to try and act on those regrets, which actually make them somewhat morally ambiguous. Some Dybbuks become outright malevolent, possessing people to gain revenge for past slights. Other Dybbuks have benevolent goals, with some Jewish mystics even allowing themselves to become possessed by them. These ghosts typically do not have a specific religious rite performed to allow them to pass on. That said, all Dybbuks tend to pass on once they achieve their goals, regardless of intent. However, as their intent may not always have positive results, Jews have their exorcism rituals to get rid of malevolent Dybbuks. Number 3. Gengangr. A type of ghost from Scandinavia. It describes the restless spirit of a dead person who seeks to drag more people into the grave with it. The reasons for their restlessness vary. Most Gengangr involve the spirits of either the murderer or their victims. Other Gengangr involve people who died with deep and lifelong regrets. Number 4. Ifrit. This type of ghost comes from Islamic mythology. They also have an ambiguous nature, with some sources sometimes describing them as demons from hell, while others describe them as restless spirits of the dead. Either way, they're described as having malicious characters, with bodies formed from fire and smoke. They're also sometimes described as able to carry out God's will, usually by avenging past wrongs. Islamic folklore also mentions that the Ifrit isn't fundamentally evil, and may even turn to a noble purpose. Number 5. Lady in Red. This type of ghost manifests as the restless spirit of a scorned woman, or even that of a murdered prostitute. Compared to other ghosts, most red ladies tend to be friendly even if they haunt historic hotels, theaters, and similar places. They may also appear vain, often showing off to the living in the hopes of earning praise and capturing their attention. Their appearance reflects this, that of beautiful women in red dresses. That said, some red ladies have darker reputations, although they still tend to avoid harming the living. For instance, a red lady haunting the First Ontario Concert Hall in Ontario, Canada, goes around crying blood. Similarly, a red lady haunting Leap Castle in Ireland goes around carrying a dagger. Number 6. La Llorona. One of the most famous types of ghosts in the world, La Llorona has its roots in Mexican folklore. The story traditionally goes that a woman marries a rich man, and has 2 children with him. One day, however, she spots him with another woman and angrily responds by drowning her children. She then realizes what she's done, and regretfully proceeds to drown herself in her turn. As punishment for killing her children, though, she's denied entry to the afterlife, and cursed to wander the earth vainly looking for her children. Number 7. White Lady. Also called a Lady in White, this type of ghost has many similarities with the Lady in Red. For one thing, they're famous worldwide, with many sightings in countries and cultures all over the globe. For another thing, they also share similar origins, that of women who died violent and untimely deaths. In fact, a lady in white will actively try to drive their victims into tragedy, usually destroying their lives before they die. Some versions of the White Lady, like the Russian Zion, even bewitch men with their beauty before literally dragging them beneath the earth. Number 8. Chanak. A type of vampiric creature from the Philippines that haunts people. The Chanak has 2 origin stories, depending on the historical context. Legends from before the colonial period claim that the Chanak are unborn children, whose mothers died before they could give birth. However, stories from the colonial period onward instead claim that the Chanak is the souls of children who died before getting baptized. Number 9. Revenant. A type of ghost common to European folklore. Revenants generally refer to reanimated corpses. However, they differ depending on the folklore of the various European countries. In Scandinavia, for example, revenants have protective characteristics such as defending burial grounds from tomb robbers. In medieval England, Various folk stories describe revenants rising from their graves for various reasons. For example, one revenant rose to seek revenge for his wife's infidelity, with the haunting only ending after the locals dug up his body during the day and burned it. In another story, another revenant arose out of its unwillingness to leave its wife behind. The revenant only rested in peace after a bishop wrote an absolution for his sins, which they placed in the revenant's tomb. Number 10. Shade. One of the oldest types of ghosts in the world goes as far back as biblical times, with shades first mentioned in the Old Testament's Book of Samuel. Scholars have identified the term's origin, with widespread beliefs in the ancient Near East over the fates of the dead. In particular, it ties with the common belief of an underworld where the dead live in the underworld under a perpetual shadow. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video and want more videos like this, make sure to like, comment and subscribe our channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss any update from us. Share this with your friends and fam as well. We will be back with another video. Till then, take care.